Good afternoon, 47. Your target is Howard Moxon, an international antiquities trader who specializes in selling priceless art to finance terrorist organizations. He is currently involved in the sale of the Ivory White, a filigree egg looted during the Second World War. The client has requested that you both eliminate the target and locate and retrieve the original Ivory White. This priceless artifact is most likely in one of the museum's safes. The clock is ticking, 47. Good luck. Good afternoon, 47. Your target has been spotted on the ground floor and should be easy enough to recognize. We have not yet discovered the location of the Ivory White, however. Good hunting, 47.
Welcome back to Paris and the Sanguine Fashion Show. This time we're after elusive target number 8, the Broker. I've done a couple of these elusive targets, though not yet recorded one of them. I decided to give this a go because if I do succeed with this one, it will be my 5th success, and therefore I will unlock the Absolution suit, which, you know, nice, I guess. Step number 1 is always find your target and figure out its patrol route. This is Howard Moxon. Clearly, a charmer and a hit with the ladies.
Hello there. The actress said Bishop. I do like limericks, don't you? There was an old man from dance. Terribly clever. My grandfather came from Scotland, by the way, of royal stock. He used to teach me a bit of Lear, and it was so completeness, you know what I mean? Fabulous show, don't you think? You're not listening, are you?
Smashing success, don't you say? Yes. So, after following him around a bit, I basically decided that the best way to take him out was out here in the palace garden. If you sabotage the little electrical socket right there, the puddle is quite dangerous, and we can get him close enough to distract him into it. We don't have a screwdriver, so we can't go up there and break it like that, but we can shoot it. So while we're going to listen to him mess around with his texts, we're gonna take a shot. Can't argue that one. Kappa. Alright, that's enough texting out of you. So we're just going to distract him by throwing a coin over there. And everything almost goes to plan, but instead the bodyguard decides to go over there. We don't want to start that sort of trouble, so we're going to have to restart the elusive target. Technically, I actually end up replanning and starting
47.
in the palace
Your target
garden.
has been spotted on the ground floor and should be easy enough to recognize. We have not yet discovered the location of the Ivory White, however. Good hunting, 47.
Since this is where we're taking him out anyway. So, we're gonna immediately take out the little electrical plug socket thing where you put in the things for the thing. I know words. I'm great at words. He does have a couple of alternate routes he can go. He can go into another room entirely. He can go straight to the garden, or he can go and try to flirt with the lady in the bar. This time he seems to be going straight to the garden, so I need to be ready, because as he walks straight, the bodyguard actually lags behind a while, which means if you're quick enough with a coin throw, he will go check rather than the bodyguard. So as soon as he's the one closest to the coin, there we go, and we got his attention. Sadly, the bounce of the coin means he's not going to move all the way there, so we're going to need to throw another one.
Hey, wait.
But that one is enough.
Target eliminated. Now
A
locate
shocking
the Ivory
conclusion
White.
to the broker's life. As for the Ivory White, the only clue we got was that it was in one of the safes in the museum. After scouting out the place a little bit, I found it in the office slash meeting room of Dahlia Margolis. That's part of the reason why I started with a lockpick, but now we have to make the decision. Do we go ahead and grab ourselves one of the great disguises, like, you know, Helmut Kruger or the Sheik or something? Or do we try to finish this with suit only, and maybe even stick with Silent Assassin? You get a little bit of extra bonus points and so on, and I do believe there's an extra unlock if you do many of the elusive targets Silent Assassin suit only. But you have one shot. If you fail, you fail. You can't do it again. So while I was running around trying to remember where the hell the toilet was, and also I still decide to give it a shot for Silent Assassin suit only. We'll see how it goes. If it ends up real badly, maybe we can try to abort and take a different outfit. But for now, we have the invitation and the tuxedo. So we're just gonna go up to the 3rd floor, as if we're going to the auction, and try to get in there from there. I have done this map often enough and explored it well enough that I do know the way to get into her office without being seen. So let's hope that that works out properly.
Sir, invite, please. Thank you, sir. Please continue.
Good evening, sir. Please come in. I hope you enjoy yourself.
Do you have an invitation, sir?
I made a slight mistake though. I am still carrying around my gun, and if you remember, getting to the 3rd floor requires them to frisk you. Obviously I can't exactly have the gun when they do that, so I need to drop off the gun somewhere first. And you have a limited amount of place to go and do just that. I like to drop it off at the balcony in this room, but we gotta be a little bit careful because being in that room is technically trespassing. I'm just gonna wait for this bodyguard to sort of move out of the way.
Greetings, sir.
And then we can go into this room and mostly just avoid the auction staff guy standing around. And if we stay low, it shouldn't be much of a problem. Doesn't really turn around though, so we're gonna have to be quick on this. Once we're here, we can safely drop the gun. It's pretty much the only thing that's going to get discovered. Apparently, carrying around a lockpick is all cool. Again, we just need to dodge that auction staff guy and we're good to go. As long as there's cover, it's usually not much of a problem. You just gotta make sure that they don't get a prolonged time of looking at you.
Here needs a quick pat down, sir. Security measures. Should just take a minute. No need to worry. We're the good guys, right?
No worries, friend. I know you're just doing your job. I understand.
Have a good one, sir.
Once you're up here, you just immediately go straight to the left rather than to the right. Because this is the path to Dahlia's bathroom. And from the bathroom you can go into her meeting room. And that's where the fun stuff happens. There is a slight problem though, and that is if you notice on the minimap, Dahlia is immediately entering the room right now with her bodyguard thing. So they're gonna have a rather long conversation. So we're gonna have to sit here and wait for a bit.
Good plan. I'll keep you updated.
Eventually they're done, and they leave. However, the room does have extra security. You might notice there's 3 bright white dots more than the normal 2. That shouldn't be much of a problem, though. If the door is closed, the guy on the other side won't really notice us, so we do have to deal with the other 2, though. Which means distractions. And we've done this in the past, for this room. Distraction number 1 is the radio.
Slightly annoyed.
paranoid will admit to that. Not more.
At least he was listening to nice music as he fell asleep. It's important to remember to actually get rid of their guns, otherwise obviously the guards see them immediately. I don't have a drop position, like a wastebasket or anything, but as long as they're behind there, they're fine. I tried to put on the clock radio again, but the other guy doesn't seem to give a shit. So, we're gonna have to overflow the sink. That'll get his attention. Caution, slippery when wet. Now, this have all been taking a little bit longer than I planned, due to a little bit of waiting and the clock radio not attracting the guy. And at the moment, Dahlia is on her way back. So, here's the safe. I'm unlocking it, and I see she's getting really close, and I'm trying to grab it, and I misclick, and I thought I grabbed it, and I didn't grab it, and now she's opening the door, and I'm running! And I just managed. Let me tell you, when you're playing on Elusive Target, and there's no reloads, no saves, you can get pretty tense. However, it's a success. Dahlia noticed, of course, there's no guards or anything, but she didn't see me. She might see the safe being open, but it's not my problem. At this point on, all we gotta do is leave. There's of course multiple ways to leave. We've taken them all in the past. You can see them in the other Paris episodes. But at this point on, with everything a success, I don't want to risk anything. So I'm just gonna go straight to the front entrance. Although it is tempting to try to grab the helicopter. But, assuming nothing goes wrong on the way there, that was a success. Elusive Target number 8 is finished. There's been a bunch of these, and they've all been pretty fun. Some of them less exciting than others, of course. Some of them have a more interesting gimmick than the others. There was one where two twins were rocking around, and you only could kill one, and the other one was to be left alone. But they didn't really have much dialogue, so that was kind of eh. There was the Gary Busey one, which was pretty fun just for listening to the guy walking around saying a bunch of crazy stuff, but for the most part he was just always surrounded by bodyguards, so it was kind of hard to do something fancy. I ended up just sort of throwing an explosioning to get him to run to a safe place, and I took him out there. Overall though, I'm really fond of these Elusive Target things, and I'm going to be doing them more. I might not record all of them. This one was a special case, because it was going to be the 5th one. And it was a success. So we're going to get our special suit. There we go. The Absolution suit. Thank you everyone for watching. Next up, more house built on sand. I'll see you then.